Oh, Mariner High School, a couple of big thrills left in the football
happy
season.
over there, huh?
And for a young school, this is quite an accomplishment. They're only 5 years old, but they went right from crawling right to running. They're right up there now. Southwest Florida's hottest prep football team has no plans to cool off like our weather lately. The Mariner Tritons are riding an 8-game winning streak. Today was their last practice before they head up to Haines City tomorrow night for their Class 3A second-round clash. Now, Haines City's Hornets have not lost at home in 2 years, but Mariner comes in full of confidence after a 21-6 win over Tampa Jesuit last week in the Tritons' first playoff game ever.
Believe me, inside there, they really want to win this football game, and they know it's going to be a great challenge for them, but no, there's no problem with motivation. They're ready.
Been working for it for 4 years now, and team's doing really good, and I just like to continue on to Gainesville.
Gainesville's where they're going to play all the state championship games this year. Mariner, though, will have to win twice more to get there. Well, don't look for Lou Holtz to take Jerry Burns' place as the Vikings head coach. Today, Holtz signed a new 5-year contract extension that'll keep him coaching the Fighting Irish through the 1996 season. The shortest off-season in sports brings a local pro golfer home for a while. I had a chance today to catch up with our old friend, Terry Jo Myers. She thinks things are looking up for her after a down season on tour. You probably wouldn't consider it a bad year if you made $60,000 at your job, but for LPGA Tour pro Terry Jo Myers, 1991 is a season she'd rather forget.
I was disappointed in this year. I felt like I just couldn't get 4 rounds put together, and it was very disappointing and sort of a downer towards the end of the season, and I'm just going to try and get it in gear so that I can play as well next year, but hopefully spark it a little bit and have some better finishes.
Despite finishing 77th on this year's Tour money list, the Fort Myers High grad is still trying to cash in on the form she displayed in 1988 when she won her first tournament and more than $77,000. 89 didn't produce any wins or much money, but did bring Terry Jo a new playing partner, a daughter, Taylor Jo.
It's something that I've had to personally struggle with, thinking where would I have been had I not chosen to have a child at that time. You know, where would I be in my career right now? And something that teeter-totters back and forth between a lot of moms on the LPGA Tour. It is a sacrifice, but I think it's a sacrifice well worth it. It just sometimes you get a little itch to want to know where you might have been at this point.
With as much talent as most anyone on the tour, it shouldn't be too long until Terry Jo's sweet swing produces success again. That's one reason she can't wait to get swinging in 92.
Very much so. I would love it if I played as well as I did this year, but if I could just get a couple of good rounds in there, I think I could have a great year.
The 92 LPGA season starts January 30th in Lake Worth. And guess who else we ran into on the course today? Yes, that is Oakland A's relief ace Dennis Eckersley. The Eck is on vacation in Southwest Florida, so he politely declined my request for an interview. Dennis, though, I understand and hope you had a good round. And we'll finish up with some of the NFL's greatest hits. First, Reggie Cobb of the Bucks with his #1 smash, Up, Up, and Away. Now, Chris Moore is going to get a Grammy for improvisational work. He can't get the pun away, so he dishes it off to Pete Metzelaars, when Metzelaars quickly gets crunched by the Jets. Candidates for Best Hit of the Week, Washington's Brad Edwards. Pretty rough. How about James Washington of the Cowboys on Pittsburgh's Dwight Stone? But no, the hit of the week came courtesy of Gary Jones of the Steelers, who leveled Kelvin Martin of the Cowboys. Now, if you're going to get knocked around, you may as well catch the ball. Floyd Turner, pay attention to that, please. Now, it has been a tough year for the Rams as well, and Washington's Eric Williams makes Jim Everett pay for this pass. And Johnny Bailey of the Bears runs right into a Pride of Lions. Tough work for 100,000 or whatever you make a year.
Those helmets are taking a beating, and so are their heads. Thanks, Ken. Coming up, a Naples